Nice to see you.
Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host Aaron, and for today's video we're headed to the world of Last Epoch. Mike, one of the senior developers at 11th Hour Games, held his normal Friday Q&A live stream on Twitch, which means I get to bring you Dev Chat 73. As always, Mike answered lots of great questions and I think gave us 3 leaks for the stream. We're going to jump right into this right now with the first question. This is around changes coming to crowd control. You ready for this? Listen up. Where's
What
my
are
cursor?
the devs' intentions going forward for crowd control effects in the game, like stun, freeze, etc.? It seems they're coming. Seems like the coming changes for stun will overall make it stronger than before. I think that there is. I don't want to speak too broadly on this because I am sure I will make a mistake, and it's a very important topic.
Yes, it is.
Having stun, like, I guess I can speak to the goals. Stun is a really interesting mechanic in that when used well, it can actually be a very large source of both damage and defense.
Yep.
Stunning an enemy inside of an AoE effect so that they can't get out, so that it takes way more damage. This is quite often seen in like pre-intuitive combos like Black Hole Meteor. You know, you like set the black hole down to draw them in, and then the meteor drops on them, and big damage, all that sort of stuff. And there's even nodes in there in those trees to like help with that. In the it's also defensive in the sense that, oh, this enemy's about to wind up and use this big ability, stun it, stop the ability. So it's a very powerful effect. And abuse cases for being able to perma-stun things is scary.
Yes.
Because sometimes perma-stun cases happen when you can, like, just, especially in a group, invalidate complete boss fights. But sometimes taking perma-stun abilities just drops your damage into the abyss, and you end up with like wet noodle fights, and you're just like, okay, well, this boss can't move for the next 4 hours, and I'm gonna do 1 damage a second to it. It has 10 million hit points. You know, it's just like, okay, this fight's gonna be hours long, or whatever the math works out to be, and it's not fun being stuck there, especially if it's the most effective way for new builds. It's quite often ends up being a very effective way for new builds to complete extremely difficult content. So you don't have a lot of wealth, your character's not very strong, you don't gear to do it, but you can pull off this perma-stun system, and you're just gonna perma-stun this boss until it's dead. It'll take 3 hours, and it's gonna suck. So avoiding situations like that's really important.
Secret areas and auto loot? I don't know about that.
How are you doing today? Do you plan to add any secret areas, maybe cosmetic, or to pick up loot hotkey instead of clicking on the ground? Wow, lots of stuff there. Yes, we plan to add more secret areas to the game. Hint.
But they will be secret.
K for cosmetics. You can see there's already a cosmetics panel that you can. Don't click on the ones that aren't implemented, Mike. Here we go, this one. That you can have a little pet that runs around with you.
Click on the ones not implemented.
It doesn't do anything. Cosmetics or pick up loot hotkey instead of just clicking on the ground. So the pick up loot hotkey is something that
interesting
gets suggested every once in a while, and I think usually the reason. The key factor in a pickup loot hotkey that I think a lot of people might be missing when they make the suggestion is that, and quite often it's like, I just want a hotkey. I don't want auto loot. I just want a hotkey. Unfortunately, a hotkey and auto loot are the same thing, because all you have to do is have that, like get out the Homer bird dipper thing to press the button over and over again, and just have that auto pickup key being pressed over and over again, and suddenly you got auto loot. And we're not really interested in an arms race on detecting systems that do that.
Secret areas, they're already in the game. There's more coming. Auto loot, not happening. 20 points in a single node? Can't be.
Are there plans to add more stuff to change the way skills function? Yes. I think it would be interesting to have some passives for them that can only get if you put all 20 points into getting to it, but return was really powerful. Yeah, I think that there's huge percentage investments. I think you said
I actually wouldn't like that.
A single node on the tree that has 20. That's almost not possibly going to happen. We have a hard rule now for nodes where no node can be more than 5 points in a tree. And also trying to restrict nodes like that to be mutually exclusive with every other node in the tree. Like by making them 20 doesn't work, because you can get, in some cases, I think 32 points in some trees. I think that's the max. I think we worked that out at some point. Ooh, 2 LP Bone Harvester.
I think I've ever seen 32. So they have said in the past that they actually want to redo a lot of the skill trees and not have so many nodes that even have 5, most of them being 3, so you can kind of spread out in different areas. As far as 20, not going to happen. Leak number 1. Enjoy. What that?
Little scary boy there. Some of the models these guys are making now is just amazing.
I am
very frequently amazed by the stuff that the art team pumps out, and part of it is just like I'm terrible at stuff like that, so like it just seems so wild that you can even make it.
I look at that and I think it's going to be a huge monster boss.
This is an enemy.
And then when you come over here, you actually see the scale of the person to it. It's fairly small. I mean, not small, but it's not huge. Unless that big one's the mama. Leak number 2. Enjoy. It's coming. He's got to find the right background.
I thought this image had a background. It doesn't. Oh, it looks way better there. Okay, cool. Here is some new art for something cool. I wonder what it is.
Ooh. 3D renders for 2D unique weapon in game.
That's a cheese knife?
It's a cheese knife.
Have you ever thought of mechanics that turn reflection damage into other damage, allowing it to act as an alternate source of damage for more defensive
I'll let him answer
classes?
this question.
Yeah, we definitely talked about that.
This next question, all I'm going to say, do it. Don't ask questions.
All right, any plans to add a loot goblin type thing, drop gold or other stuff? Yeah, I think the loot goblin is sort of this like accepted game mechanic that's just sort of a thing now, which I actually really love. It's this. I think it's a really strong. We don't have any specific plans to like target add one right now. However, I think that it is a really positive thing to add in, and I'd really like to see it added in. I'd also really like to. Yeah, I think it does some cool stuff. I think when you have this random, it's a mini event, it's a mini quest that happens. It has urgency, immediacy. It has a clear payoff reward that's exciting. Like all these things that I think it does really well. I love it. We're gonna try a legendary one here, see what happens.
Based upon that reaction and what he said, this is for sure something coming in the future. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe not 1.0, but you can tell loot goblins are on the way. All right, everyone, unfortunately, we have come to our final leak of Dev Chat 73. Mike, as always, thank you for continuing these Friday live streams. The community really appreciates it. Being able to connect with the 11th Hour Games team and directly ask questions is just so valuable. Thank you. Do not stop. 2 asks before I show you this final leak. Ask number 1, I'm hoping today is the day I have earned your subscription. Hoping today is the day you make the decision to push that little red button. I would really appreciate it. Really does help the channel for 2022. Ask number 2, check out my Patreon. Thank you to the first 49 members that have signed up. Become an instant ARPG VIP and get Patreon exclusive content at the first link in the description. Weekly blog post, weekly podcast, access to the VIP lounge so you can chit chat with me every day. Special title in the Discord, and you get added wheel entries for custom merch at the end of every month. Lots of goodies. Again, first link in the description. Now, before I play this leak, okay, I want to get you in the right headspace, all right? Just know that my new unique item that is coming to the game for 090 multiplayer is gonna allow you to have 3 of these. 3. And do some other fun things. Remember that. Mike, take it away.
Oh, clumsy me. Look at this cute little cuddly boy, huh? He's just having some fun, doing his stuff. Just enjoying life. Or unlife. If I am converting all bleed to poison, what do I see in the character's stats? Is it before or after conversion? After? I'm not sure. Take the item on and off and see what happens. Oh, if you're doing it in a skill tree, you won't see anything in the character sheet change. It'll be before. Jeff Bezos Acolyte skin idea? I don't think we can do that. Right at the end, somebody spoils. So this is the last spoiler I've got for you today. I think it's a pretty good one, but I'm going to let it run for a little minute. Sorry if that's been asked before. Will there be improvements to performance issues in the future? Absolutely. Lots of performance improvements coming. All over the place.